Sup, everybody? Hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-frickin-tastic out there. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's vlog day once again. Alright? Hope all y'all had a good week. Let me go ahead and get this right off the bat. Let me get this right out of the way. I gave y'all a warning last week. Alright? If y'all still haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet, click the timestamp in the description to skip over. Alright? 3, 2, 1. Spoilers begin now. Alright. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was an amazing watch, and I was glad I'm glad I was able to watch it, okay? So I took as many notes as I could remember about it, but the movie itself, it had a lot of good false finishes in it. Like the hype up for this match, I'm about to say match, the hype up that this movie was getting, and seeing the little hints of stuff I've been seeing on Facebook, it had me believing that Rocket was gonna die. Alright, this movie had me believe that Rocket was gonna die. It had me believing that Drax was gonna die. It had me believing that Star-Lord was gonna die. Okay, this movie had me believe that somebody was gonna die. Okay, and like so, but when it came to the topic of when it came to the idea of Rocket dying, like at a certain point in the movie, it became clear that they wasn't gonna kill Rocket. Like they couldn't have. Like they couldn't have. I was thinking there was no way the Guardians was gonna go on this big epic journey trying to save Rocket, and for him not to survive. All right, so I'm glad Rocket persevered through that the whole thing. I am kind of disappointed that Gamora and Peter didn't get back together again. That was kind of sad. But look, I'm not sure if I addressed this last week or not, but I have to praise the High Evolutionary for doing such a good job in this movie. I gotta go to the Google right quick so I can pronounce his name correctly, the actor's name that is. Come on. But look, when it comes to the current state of the MCU, I don't hate King the Conqueror. Let's get that out of the way right now. But the High Evolutionary, he was able to perform a little bit better than Kang. Alright? And I'll explain why in a minute. Alright, who plays High Evolutionary? Chukwudi Awuji? I'm never going to be able to pronounce that name right, but anyway, alright, the dude did a good job playing the High Evolutionary, but the thing about it is, when it comes to Kang, they was introducing him slowly but surely, with the peak being Ant-Man in the Quantum Mania. Yeah, there we go. But the thing about Kang is that they was like building him up slowly for me to be able to say, okay, I'm thinking I get this guy. I'm thinking that I can get behind this character. It took him a while from Loki all the way up till now. Alright? Because I had to do some research on him. I had to figure out just who this guy was. And I'm pretty sure that when the new season of Loki drops, I'm going to be liking Kang a little bit more. But the High Evolutionary, though, Chukwudi, what? Chucky, I know that's not his name, but Chucky did a good job at portraying that character so much that he worked well with the time he was given, and he was able to make me a fan of him right off the bat. Kang wasn't able to do that. So with that being said, I think we may have made a minor mistake casting Kang and the High Evolutionary. I'm just saying, who knows? Maybe they could have swapped roles just for this sake. I wouldn't have minded seeing that. All right, but I appreciate how this movie had like some. I appreciate how Guardians of the Galaxy 3 paid close attention to long-term storytelling without over hyping it, you know? Like without, they had minor aspects of paying attention to running gags in it. Like for example, the situation of the dog being called a bad dog. I'm glad that was able to resolve itself at the very end. But Drax, alright, I almost forgot about this one. There was dancing at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Drax said that dancing is for idiots. But what happens? Drax dances at the very end, and it becomes a heartwarming moment because Drax wasn't made to be a destroyer. He was made to be a father. It was heartwarming seeing him with all those kids. Alright. But speaking of Drax though, Mantis, you wrong for this one. You're wrong for this one, Mantis. I heard that Mantis made Drax think he was falling in love with a sock. I wonder how that conversation went down. But during the first attack of Adam Warlock, I could tell that Adam I'm going to have to get used to going forward, but I wouldn't mind seeing more of him in the future. When he was attacking the Guardians, and Groot lost his head, I'll admit, that crawling Groot head spider, that was kind of disturbing, I'm not going to lie. When Rocket was having his flashbacks while he was in his coma, I'll admit, I wanted to adopt all those animals that was in the cage with them. Look, they were all cute, alright? From baby Rocket to Teefs to Lila and even Floor. Like those animals were pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, are we just going to ignore the fact that basically the High Evolutionary was like Sid from Toy Story, giving all these animals artificial body parts? Alright, I appreciate the Among Us reference, even though it wasn't a direct Among Us reference. I'm just saying, when the Guardians had those different colored space outfits, I just said, man, those look mighty sus right now. But during that scene, as it was going out onto the space station, the artificial moon, I think that's what they called it, there was a song that came up that was that's been sticking in my head, and that's "In the Meantime" by, darn, I forgot the band name, but I gotta give it to Guardians of the Galaxy. They have a banging soundtrack. They've had 3 songs on their soundtrack that's been lingering in my head ever since I watched it. There was "In the Meantime," "Creep," and "No Sleep Till Brooklyn." And speaking of "No Sleep Till Brooklyn," I appreciate that when Rocket was able to become alive again, he said that he was through running. Like, this dude just woke up from a coma thanks to the person that enslaved him as a baby raccoon. This guy was ready to kick some evolutionary keister. He was. So when they ended up going into that hallway for that big epic fight scene while No Sleep in Brooklyn was playing, they had that one shot of Rocket jumping over all the enemies, shooting his gun. Alright. And I could see the look of pure joy on his face. Like, he enjoyed what he was doing. Like, I could see that right there in that shot of him jumping up and shooting his enemies, I could tell that he was glad to be alive, and I could see the joy in Rocket's face. So that was amazing right there. That was awesome. But there was a running joke that lasted a little bit in there of where Peter was thinking that he was going to be in the middle of a face-off with the High Evolutionary, but they kept calling it a trap. Alright. Peter kept calling it a face-off, but everybody else said it was going to be a trap. Alright. But at the very end, when the High Evolutionary was getting his butt kicked, the man actually lost his face, revealing like a bloody skull underneath. That was a missed opportunity for them to say, hey, see, I told you it was a face-off, because his face came off. They picked a very good moment for Groot to learn how to speak English, even if it was just for one sentence. Like, they had the heartwarming moment of everybody just standing around hugging because they know they're all about to go off into different adventures by themselves. But for Groot to just casually say, I love you guys. Like, just that one line and that one time, it will be like, wait, did he just... Oh, never mind. But, I know when I talked about the Guardians of the Galaxy in an episode of My Dear Letters, I said that I preferred the old head Groot and the tall Groot compared to big Groot with the baby face, basically. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I love King Groot. Yep, giant King Groot, that looked pretty sick and that looked pretty dope. And with that being said, that concludes the end of my Guardians of the Galaxy 3 spoilers. Alright. But yeah, y'all, on to official SSP business. This week was pretty alright, but I'll admit I wasn't exactly inspired much this week. I wasn't. I'll be honest, this week of SSP content, it felt kind of rushed, because it kind of was. And I didn't even upload anything for Sunday because I had nothing planned for Sunday. I wasn't able to get anything planned in time for Sunday. But then again, nobody asked, so did anybody really mess it? I mean, come on. Come on. All right, let me lose that attitude right now. Alright. But yeah, Tuesday I was able to do an episode of Them Olden Days. Wednesday I did Wish for Granted. Thursday I did an episode of Test of Tongue, which had to be probably one of my most fun episodes of Test of Tongue, mind you. Friday I was able to do an episode of Helpful Man, and Saturday I did an episode of a bad commercial. Alright. But the thing about that Testing the Tongue episode, the part of the video where the part of the video where I was like, oh, the sweet goo in my mouth, I clipped that part out and I sent it to my TikTok, and I called it SSP out of context, which might be a video theme going forward. But right now, that TikTok of me clipping that part out, it got 958 views. That is my highest viewed TikTok ever so far, out of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different videos on my TikTok. So SSP out of context might be a running thing I might be doing in the future. Maybe. Alright. But look, y'all, I took a look at the calendar, and I hate to admit this, alright, but this past week of SSP content is going to be the last regular week of SSP content for the year. Alright. Alright, so keep in mind, I was trying to do every day of the week, every other week, okay? And right now, it's the 15th. This week was supposed to be my week off. Alright? If I was sticking to the pattern. Alright. Starting next Monday would have been another week of SSP content, all the way up until the 29th. Alright. However, it has come to my attention that there was going to be not one, not two, not three, but 4 different wrestling events happening in that weekend. Not to mention the seminar I'm hoping to go to on the 27th for Dr. Tom Pritchard. But Monday the 29th, not only is Monday the 29th Memorial Day, Monday the 29th, of course, that's SSP's 8th anniversary. Alright? But this weekend, you're going to have Impact Wrestling's Under Siege event. You're going to have Night of Champions in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. You're going to have NXT Battleground. And you're going to have AEW Double or Nothing. Honestly, that's weird. Alright? Like, yeah, I could try to do some uploads for that week, but I know I'm going to be trying to, like, get my stuff prepared, you know? I could be getting content prepared for that last week right there, leading all the way up to the 29th, but heck, uploading 4 episodes of Ring Ramblings in a row for one weekend, when it's not even WrestleMania weekend, mind you, is going to be very, very odd, you know? But I think I do have a contingency plan. I think I do. Because I know definitely that I want to upload the video of me defending my Legacy Championship on the 20th. Alright? The 20th I'm going to be defending my Legacy Championship in a triple threat match with One Man Army and KMD. Alright? So, you might definitely see that footage before we get to the anniversary. But on top of that though, I do feel like I have an ace up my sleeve. I do. I feel like I do have an ace up my sleeve about something else that may be coming before the anniversary as well. But like, as far as a regular week of SSP content goes, I don't think I can do it. Alright, I don't think I can manage to pull that off. Not for this month anyway. Like, I don't even know if I want to do all 4 Ring Ramblings for that. I might just leave out Impact's I might just leave out Impact's Under Siege event, because I know when it comes to Saudi Arabia shows, I have to ramble about them a day in advance. So that means that Double or Nothing and Battleground might be happening on the same day. So I don't even know if I want to ramble about Battleground or not. I don't know yet. You know what? Yeah, I'll ramble about Battleground. I will. I will ramble about Battleground. But look, y'all. When it comes to SSP content and when it comes to this upcoming anniversary, I have to admit it's become a bitter pill to swallow. It has. It's become a bitter pill to swallow that this year has been an unsuccessful one, I think. As far as subscriptions go, anyway. I do have an ace up my sleeve, though. I do. This past weekend, I was inspired by something, and I think I can say that right now, as of me sitting here, I have a secret plan. I don't know if it's going to work. Matter of fact, I'm looking forward to it not working. If it does work, it'll be ironic that it does. But I just know it's going to be very powerful. Okay? There's going to be a good message behind it by the time it comes out. All I can say, though, is I got big plans for the future. I do. When we get to SSP's 8th year, you're going to be seeing a lot of new stuff drop. You're going to be seeing things going into a different direction. I've got plenty of more series in my mind today. I do. And I'm going to be working on a new method going forward if it works out alright for the rest of this month. All I can say is stay tuned to whatever happens. Alright. But before I forget though, I need to mark my calendars. And I need you to mark my I need you to mark the calendars too. I hope that I'm not miscounting this again like I used to. Alright. But if I didn't miscount anything, then that means that this week's episode of Sup Everybody is episode 394, right? Yep, it's 394. So 395, 96, 97, 98, 99, 400. Sup Everybody, episode 400 is going up June 26th. June 26th, Sup Everybody, episode 400. I do have something in particular planned for that one. So, that episode of the vlog, though, it may be filmed in advance. So y'all keep that in mind. But, yeah, it's become a bitter pill to swallow that this year has produced the least amount of subscribers out of all of them. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of afraid about how I'm going to end up addressing that on the 29th when I do my anniversary special. I'm afraid about how I'm going to address that without looking like an idiot. I can sit there and say, oh, okay, bad news. I can sit there and say, all right, my self-standard soldiers. Bad news is that this year has produced the least amount of subscribers. But hey, good news is literally anything. Either I'm gonna look stupid, or I'm gonna look like an idiot in denial, or I'm gonna look like an angry idiot. I'm going to look like an angry idiot, a depressed idiot, or an in denial idiot. Maybe I can look like a determined idiot. Because I don't know what's going to happen on this channel before we get to May 29, 2024. I'm going to be 30 next year by the time we get there. I don't know what the future of SSP holds. I don't. But don't let it be said that I'm not determined, all right? Don't let it be said I'm not trying. Don't let it be said that I'm willing to give up yet. Again, there we go back to being stubborn. But yeah, y'all, so I got an ace up my sleeve. I got an ace up my sleeve, and it's not just going to be produced for SSP specifically. Yes, it's going to be uploaded here to SSP specifically, but I've noticed something, and if this works, then good. I'm hoping it works. Not just for me. I don't want what I'm doing, what I have up my sleeve, what I've got planned. I don't want it to work just for me specifically. I hope that what I'm doing is going to be able to bless somebody else by the time it's finished, which I'm probably going to be working on that very soon. Sometime today, as a matter of fact. Thank you, train. Thank you. And with the presence of the train, I guess it's time for me to go ahead and wrap this vlog up now. So, yeah, y'all, couldn't wait 5 minutes. He couldn't wait 5 minutes. Alright, but yeah, y'all, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Y'all pray for me. That will help me out a lot. Thank you. And yeah, just stay tuned to SSP. Stay tuned to the reaction channel, the SelfStandard channel. Let's see where this goes. Alright? Until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year round. Booyah. I'm out. Love you all. And here comes my hug of appreciation. Bye.